Hey everybody, it's Coach Williams. I'm back with another video, and what I'm doing today is I'm going to prep I already prepped my vegetables. I'm going to use my Nama juicer here, and I'm going to show you how well it works, okay? I am a type 2 diabetic, and I've been working on trying to lower my blood sugar. I'm on Ozempic, and I'm using the Ozempic. It's supposed to help cut your appetite, but I found out that these juices also help you cut your appetite, so that's one thing. They say that the sugar content in some of this stuff is really high, so you shouldn't use too much sugar. I've been advised by my doctor not to use too many sweet fruits in my drink. So I mostly do green drinks. So I usually use celery, I use parsley, I use carrots for sweetening. I use cucumbers here, and cucumbers are good for hydration, they say. I don't know, I feel better. I've juiced for approximately 2 weeks on this machine, and I cut out coffee, and I'm noticing that today, it was Saturday, so I said I'm gonna have me a cup of coffee, right? So I drank a cup of coffee, and to be honest with you, I didn't get any more energy out of that cup of coffee than I did out of the green drink, giving me the natural energy that I'm needing, okay? So anyway, I'm gonna start processing this stuff. I'll tell you what I got as I go. It's a chart that they give you, and it tells you on the chart that you're supposed to put the leafy vegetables or the leafy things on the bottom, and then it tells you that you're also supposed to put the soft on the next level, and the medium, which is celery and stuff like that, and then your carrots or your hard fruits or vegetables is how you actually are supposed to do it. So anyway, I've cut all this stuff up, kind of prepped it. I don't have any kale, but I do have spinach. I got parsley, I got celery, I got carrots, I got cucumbers, and I even chopped up a coconut here. And I'll put some coconut in there. And also I have an orange, an apple, and I have some pineapple. So actually I might make 2 different drinks. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, and I have some ginger buried here somewhere and a lime. So we're gonna put this drink together, and I'm gonna show you, I got a little secret that I do, and I'll tell you about it in a little bit. So I've already put my spinach in there, and now I'm gonna put some pieces of celery in. And I like to cut my stuff down to where it can go, because this Nama juicer is phenomenal, y'all. It's really good. I'm gonna put the celery in there, and then it says soft stuff. So now here I'm gonna put some I put my orange in there maybe, and I'll put a couple of pieces of this coconut in there, and some pieces of apple. And I've cut these apples down to the point to where I can actually put the apple, I can push the apple through the top of this machine. So anyway, I'm going to show you how it works, demonstrate it to you, and then I can feed, obviously I can feed these carrots right through the top. And I'll just keep doing the process till I get me a substantial amount of juice. I purchased me a few jars. I didn't want to get too many because I didn't want to have my wife's refrigerator filled all the way up, but I do have me some of these canning jars, and I'll just pour the stuff in here, and it keeps for a day or 2. It tastes just as good in 2 or 3 days as it did when you made it. So I'm pretty satisfied with that. The more oxygen that you can get out of these jars, the better oxygen you do. So I got about 5 or 6 jars. I don't think I'm making that much, but I'm gonna run this on through, and I just want you to kind of see how this juicer works. Okay, so basically all I do is just turn it on, and it does all the work. And I just watch this, and when it gets up to 16 ounces, I'll open up and open it up on this side. Now see how the pulp is coming out? And the pulp is dry, pretty much. That's dry. That's spinach. And it's not, spinach is not making a lot of juice, but I'm gonna keep on adding, so it'll just keep building. Now I'm putting some parsley in there. That gives it a real good taste and keeps it green. And parsley is high in nutrients, just like everything else. I don't know, exactly what the nutrients are, but we're just gonna kind of mix it up and keep going with it. and keep it going, okay? So that's what we're doing right now. And you notice the carrots, they fall through the hole. I tried to slice up these cucumbers where they would go through, and I'm able to push them through the top. So I'm using one cucumber on this drink here, and you know, we're just gonna mix it up. Just let it mix it up, and keep it going till we get what we need to get that nutrition. Now I'm really getting used to having the nutrition. Now you gotta watch this ginger here because it can be very pungent. So I think I'm gonna cut mine. I think I'm gonna cut it down just a little bit. I don't put that much ginger in there, but it's good for your stomach too. So I'm gonna throw that in there. I'll just do the whole thing in there. All right, so and that's gonna help a lot. And then I do have I have a kiwi here, so the kiwi is good. It's good for you. I'm just mixing it all up and just trying to stay green, okay? Basically, that's what I'm doing. Stay green, keeping it green, right? Okay? Now I'm letting the juice out on this side. So I just emptied out 16 ounces. I'm gonna keep going. Now I had some pineapple. And the pineapple, you know, this is, gotta watch it. Pineapple is probably, I'm gonna have to stop it for the pineapple. So I'm gonna stop it now. When I open the top, it's safe. It's, you know, it's safety, a child safe, so it just stops, okay? Now I got almost a whole coconut in this drink, so it's gonna be interesting to see. I know it'll taste good, and it's not clogging up my machine either, y'all. So I think that's important for us to understand. All right, make sure you take the labels off of stuff. All right, so we just kind of mixing it in and throwing this in and throwing that in, and when it gets to the top, now see how it cuts right back off? And it's just gonna keep grinding out. The other thing I do is, you notice, I put paper in my, on the side that catches it. I put a little plastic bag in there, and then I catch it, and then I don't ever have to really worry about cleaning this out. But as you notice, it's still making juice, it's still grinding. We're still grinding, y'all. And just pushing it on through. It has a pusher that comes with it. What you can use to push your stuff through, but don't look like I'm gonna need that right now. So now I gotta let this juice out again. It got up to 16 ounces again. So that's my first batch. Yeah, that's my first batch. And you close it back up. It's got a little door on there that closes up on there. So we're just gonna keep on grinding it out. I think I'll put a couple more carrots in there, and then I'll use a couple more. I'll use another piece of apple, and that's, I'm gonna call it. I might add a little bit more pineapple. Trying to stay away from the fruits. Too many fruits anyway. So that's what we're doing. So I guess I would have, this would have been half a pineapple in there. Pineapples make a lot of juice. Carrots make a lot of juice. Celery makes juice, or a lot of juice. So we're just gonna kind of keep going like that. I'm gonna stop it for a second, because now it's time for me to pour off some of this. And it's also time for me to taste it. So let me get a straw. So once again, I'm really enjoying this juice. Now I'm stirring it up. I'm just going to kind of taste it to see. That's really good. When you drink this juice, you can feel all this stuff going in your system. And that's why I really like it. So now I'm going to put a half of one of these, because what I'm going to do is and try to make sure it's all mixed up the same, right? So I don't want to be heavy on just the carrots and the celery. See what I'm doing, y'all? And I'll do this one here. All right, so now I'm gonna go back to juicing. Keep on filling it up. Now here's another one that I'm just letting out, and this is a different color because it's more carrot juice. So that's why I did not fill up each one of those things by itself. Okay, so I'm just putting the remaining of what I have left here might try to keep going. I don't know. Who knows? Oh, I need some more spinach, don't I? I need some more spinach if I'm gonna make it, keeping it green, right? Now I'm gonna open it up again and put me another batch of spinach in here, just to be on the safe side. All right. So we got more spinach. I'm gonna come back with a couple more pieces. Pineapple. Might as well just throw it all in there. Throw all the pineapple in there. Let it grind up. And some more carrot juice. And that should make, pushing it down. Now I had to reverse it. Now I'm going forward with it. Because it had kind of, not froze up, but stalled out on me, I guess you would say. There's a little bit of pressure on that. So anyway, now that can go in there. So I got 2 hands, got about 4 handfuls, a half a bag of spinach in there. I got plenty of carrots. I got coconut, you know. And just let that all work itself out. And once again, see how the pulp's coming out? It's very dry. I've had other juicers and the pulp will still be wet, but there's hardly no liquid in there. So it means this actually has extracted all the juice out, pretty much. Extracted most of the juice out of that pulp, okay? So I'm very satisfied with this juicer. The only thing that I did notice about this juicer is that one thing that I did notice about this juicer is that it will rock when it gets to the end. So like when it's nothing in there and it's just going, I got to make sure that that's okay. And that's what it's supposed to do. I'm not sure, but you'll see it start rocking back and forth when it gets to the end and there's nothing else left in there. So I'm not sure if that's what it's supposed to do, but that's how. All right. So here I go again. I'm continue to fill these up. This is straight carrot juice, but I did put some more spinach in there. I try to fill it to the top and then almost vacuum seal it when I do it. Okay. One of these, kind of top it off. And I got this one here. That's carrot juice. Oh, that's almost to the top. So I got 4 jars out of that. That'll last me a couple of days. I'm gonna go back and I can actually start sealing these. With the mason jars. And then those will go good in the freezer or in the refrigerator. Now, what I was going to tell you that I did, this is my idea, and it really worked out really well. If I want to, because I need protein in my drink, right? So what I do sometimes is I'll take one of these jars and I'll fill up some ice trays and I'll make me some ice cubes out of my green tea. And when I do that, what happens now, see, is it rocking? No, it can't, well, just a little bit. It's grinding out the last of it. But what it will do is, I'll freeze my green, so I got frozen green ice cubes, you know, almost like popsicles. Actually, you can make good green popsicles out of it, I'm sure. Okay? But anyway, I'm gonna turn it off now. It's done. It's done making the smoothie, and you know I'm gonna put mine's. I'm gonna put my drink here. This machine is very easy to clean, guys. Super easy to clean. Okay, all you have to do is just put it in the sink, and you know you pretty much just rinsing your stuff out. Now here looks like I'm gonna end up with about 32 ounces. I'm gonna pour it in here because this keeps it completely. Now I can kind of see the pulp the pulp in here from the coconut. So, but that's good. That's good. I'm not sucking it through a straw or anything. Actually, this one here, this top, this goes on the outside. And I just got this pump, and then I close it up. Now, this is on ice, so it'll keep for a while. And that's my drink, everybody. That's my green drink. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll give you a little more information on my journey, my health journey. I'm on a new health journey. So I'll give you a little more information about that and just let you know how I'm doing. And my numbers have been going down. My numbers been going down from day to day sometimes. And then I'm also incorporating intermittent fasting with this. So what I'm trying to do is get up to 18 hours a day. I'm on 12 now, and I know I can go 18, but I try to make me a drink or drink a drink in the morning before I go to work that will hold me to noon, actually. And then, you know, try to eat a nutritious meal at 12 o'clock. And then I go in the evening, I come home and I try to eat something controlled, a controlled meal, maybe some salmon, maybe a salad or something like that. And then I go all the way around. So I start at 7, I go to 7, and then I break, and then I go to noon, and then I go back to, you know, somewhere around 7 when I get off. So that's what I'm doing now. I know I probably can do better because I noticed that if I skip breakfast, but I got to figure out how to keep these drinks cold enough, and maybe I could have it for lunch. And then if I go 12 o'clock, then that's my 18 hours. Then it would carry me all the way to when I got home at 6, 7 o'clock in the evening or whatever. And to do my dinner, and that's how I'm going to get my 18 hours in on my fasting, okay? But anyway, just letting you all see how this Nama juicer works. Yeah, you see the pulp. Look at that. It's dry. And it got all the pulp out of there and got all the juice. So that's what I'm really satisfied with that. All right, thank you so much for watching. See you.